When I was a kid, we always went to the Easter Vigil at St. Paul the Apostle Church in Annville, Pennsylvania. And it was always an incredible experience of joy to have this liturgy celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus, but really God's whole plan of salvation history, and then have people received into the faith, baptized, confirmed, given Holy Communion. This year, I hope that if you haven't gone to the Easter Vigil before, you might consider coming to that liturgy Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. We start outside actually with a bonfire, and then we come in behind the Easter candle, the light of Christ, into the church to begin a very, very holy night. Please keep praying for those 4 members of our community who are entering into the faith or more deeply this year. Austria, who's being baptized, and then Josh, Tara, and Kristen, who are receiving the sacraments and or professing the Catholic faith for the first time. It's going to be great, and we should keep them in our prayers, especially this week. As we enter into these holy days, I just want to invite each of you personally to join us for the Holy Triduum. Holy Thursday, Mass in the evening. Good Friday liturgy, we have the Way of the Cross at noon, and then we have our liturgy at 3 p.m. The Easter Vigil, as I just mentioned, and Easter Sunday at 9 a.m., our usual Mass time. That's the incense-free Mass if you're sensitive to that. We enter into those days really as living mysteries. We don't just remember what Christ did for us, we're actually drawn into encountering Jesus. We walk with him from the upper room to the cross. We experience his loving passion for us, that he died for us. We go to the silence of the tomb, and we're finally drawn to the joy of the resurrection. And to enter into these mysteries, we want to really prepare our hearts. So these next few days, really slow down, create space for silence, push off extra distractions, and take some extra time to really pray with the scriptures and the liturgical texts that the church gives us. And now we can find them so easily thanks to the internet. You never know how in these days the Lord might really speak to your heart, might speak to where you are in your life. That helps us to come to the liturgy not just as a spectator, but as a participant. We really place ourselves in the gospel scenes. We're really with the Lord and all the holy ones in these mysteries that really go beyond space and time. The passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus is the fulcrum, the axis on which history turns. In eternity, we'll never cease to give thanks to God that he sent his Son to take on our own flesh, to give his life for us, to bring us into everlasting joy. And when we actually believe that in the liturgy, we're not simply doing a mental exercise, and we're not simply having a community experience, but we're actually in the holy presence of God, and that God is actually taking us into his heart in his liturgies. That changes everything about what it means to live our faith as Catholic Christians. So the Lord desires to meet you there. He has great gifts for you there. And I encourage you just to let him draw you more deeply into his love for you. So my prayers for you are with you and your family for these days. May God bless you if you're traveling on the road. And I look forward to celebrating the mysteries with you very soon.